Hi, my name is Tom Hall. Thank you very much for giving me a few moments of your time. You know, what I really prefer is that we were all meeting face to face at the Healing Center luncheon. But unfortunately, that's not possible. One of the things that is unique to the Healing Center luncheon is when we gather, usually there are 10 chairs all occupied at the tables. But at the Healing Center, what's unique is that there is one chair that's left empty, the empty chair. That empty chair represents the person in our lives that we've lost. It represents the loss that we've gone through. You know, another thing that happens at the Healing Center luncheon is that someone that has actually experienced and received the services that the Healing Center provides comes and sits in that chair. And they have the opportunity to share their story with everybody that's there. Today, I've been asked to share my story with you. Well, it starts way back in 1983 when I mustered enough courage to propose to my fiancée at the time, Christine. Fortunately, she said yes. If we fast forward to 2004, the picture that I want to paint for you is that we had this wonderful life. Christine and I had two daughters, Madeline, who was in the 7th grade, and Kaki was in the 2nd grade. And we had that van, and so everything looked as though we belonged on a Sunset magazine cover. Well, unfortunately, that same year in 2004, Christine was diagnosed with stage 2 metastatic melanoma, the bad skin cancer. For the next 4 years, we fought that cancer very hard. We did everything we possibly could. But unfortunately, on August 3rd, 2007, Christine passed away. Kaki, Maddie, and I were holding Christine's hand when she took the last breath. I didn't know what to do. To be honest, I was scared. I was afraid of this unknown world of parenting by myself. What do I do with all this grief, this loss, the anger, the hurt, the pain? But I really wanted to be there for my daughters. So I knew that I needed to go through this grieving process in a healthy way. I needed to be there for my daughters. So again, I mustered up some courage and I went to an organization called the Healing Center. It was something called the Early Group. I never really did like that name, the Early Group. I mean, what the heck is that? Is that a room, a group where everybody's always there very early, punctual? But I went, and what I discovered is that it was a very safe place for me to process my loss, to share all of those emotions. The fear, the hurt, the sadness, the anger. And over a year and a half's time of receiving the services that the Healing Center offered, I realized that I was actually getting through the grief process. I was healing. I think because of that process, I was able to be a better father, a better dad for my daughters. I think I actually modeled for them one way to go through the grief process. And I believe I was also more open to their emotions. I owe a great deal to the Healing Center. It was my lifeboat in a stormy time. I believe the Healing Center changes many, many people's lives in the Northwest that are faced with a sudden loss or anticipated grief. Over the years, 21 years to be exact, 7,000 people and families have been helped by the Healing Center. I continue to support the Healing Center financially, with my time, and any other way I can. I'd like you to consider supporting the Healing Center. One of the greatest gifts for me was that the lights were on when I needed it, when I was in a dark place. Won't you come alongside and help me, along with the entire community of the Healing Center participants, support the Healing Center so that we together can lock elbows and help keep the lights on. Thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it.